Hey, welcome in, everybody, to this week's edition of Tiger Talk. We're still live at Melvyn's restaurant every Wednesday night at 6:30 during football season. Stewart Shelby, joined by Neville head football coach Mike Collins, and we are coming to you live on the Neville Tiger Network and on the radio on Sunny 98.3. This first segment brought to you by our good friends at H. Michael Sports there on Forsyth Avenue. Well, Coach, the 99th meeting between Neville and Ruston, a lot of hype comes up to this. The number 1, number 3 teams in at least the power ratings going into the game. The Ruston Bearcats, 20-game win streak, hadn't beaten them since, 2016, or in the last 2 times that we've played them. And then you have to go to Ruston, and you come out with a hard-fought 26-21 victory. And a big smile on your face after that one.
Well, it was a great ball game. What I thought about the ball game was the fact that our coaches put a tremendous plan together, both offensively and defensively, and in the kicking game. And all 3 phases showed up in the game for us. So I think that was important. The more important than anything else, I think our players did a good job of executing the plan, no matter which side of the ball we were on, whether it was offense, whether it was defense, or whether it was kicking game. And it showed up throughout the ball game, in the situational football that we work, daily and weekly, showed up in the ball game as well. We take a 2-minute drive right before half and score with about 44 seconds in it. We take we had worked on not fielding the punt that late in the ball game, and obviously it rolled down and dead at the 2, which we didn't want it to do. But at the same time, we worked once a week coming off the goal line, going in and goal line offense, and then 4-minute offense. So all 4 of those things were in effect, and that 3 of them on that last drive. And then we were able to eat the clock up with the exact amount of time that we put on it during practice, 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Sometimes I give them 1 timeout. Sometimes I give them 2, just depending on where we are. And, we took the ball off the -2-yard line and drove it out there and sealed the deal on the ball game. So for our players to recognize that those situations are huge in a ball game and then be able to execute them, I thought was, a tremendous and it helped us obviously win the ball game.
Huge crowd there at Hall Scarrett Stadium in Ruston. It was packed all the way around that place. It's a hostile environment. Ruston's become one of the, toughest places to play as from a home field advantage standpoint on their side. They got the students being loud. They've added a new pavilion there in one of the end zones, and I thought the Tigers came out focused and handled it well, even though going behind early in that game on allowing the only big play that you allowed all night from Brantley, but we're able to punch back and get back in that football game, and just turned out to be an outstanding contest between 2 great teams.
Right. And I mean, we take the first drive right down the field there, and have a miscue. But it didn't affect us, and that's to me a sign of a mature football team, that we didn't let that bother us. We just came right back and we played, and we were able to move the ball, and we were able to get the ball in the end zone, and so offensively it didn't affect us. Obviously it affected us being able to score, but as far as a team and the way we handled the situation, I thought was a mature football team, a team that's focused on getting the job.
A couple of chances early. This is Parker hitting Thomas Campbell, who had a few big catches for you right here.
Yeah, he did. And, it was a great night for Thomas. Obviously, that was a big 4th down conversion right there. And, anytime they do defensively what they did to us, tried to double up Trendon on the backside and, gave us the ability. The other guys have to make plays then, the other receivers. I mean, there's Thomas and then Caleb and Javari or Z or whoever's in there. Then those guys are the ones that have to make the plays, and they did. We hit the Javari on a long ball there. Thomas had a great night, and Zeeland made 2 really great third down catches for us. So, when somebody takes something away from you, you got the other guys have to step up and be able to get the job done, and that's what they did.
They did last Friday night. We talked about that going down on that first drive and getting inside the red zone, and then Parker just has a miscue. It's like Anding is going to get something. I mean, he's a pretty good player.
Well, he's a really good football player.
He's a really good football player.
He is.
He was just coming back. He had missed the game before, and we can laugh about it now because they go down, and then they get the football back on a third down, and Brantley takes it that 70-yard.
Well, I mean, it's one of the things they had done to us before too, and we missed several tackles on the play.
Yes.
It was 3rd and 15. Ran quarterback draw on us, and it's not like we're not expecting it because I mean technically we really were by what we were lined up in and what they had done previously to us, but we missed several tackles right there, and then he's
a big fast young man,
big play, I mean, and he's a good football player, and good football players tend to make good plays, and at that point in time he did, and then we managed to hold him at bay the rest of the night.
You definitely did.
That was the key.
Well, here you go. You come. Let's see. This is before that play. I believe this was 2nd and long here with Robert Graves, who had a great night. As well. I mean, you had a lot of standouts on that defensive side of the ball, but he saw this screen coming out, and he just came up and
that's Juju right there. Robert was
Juju.
Well, Robert was right there with him, and he was. The thing about it is for us to be successful, our safeties have to play really, really well for us. Our buck safety, our free safety, and our weak safety, all three of those guys, and they've done that. And, again, they came up with a big play. Robert could probably win Defensive Player of the Week every week. Juju could win it every week, and so could Jay Reed. So even though Jay Reed was the Special Teams Player of the Week, he had a great night.
10 tackles.
He had a great night playing defense too. So I mean, it's one of those things that those guys have to make plays for us because of the way the defense is designed.
You get the ball back, and then you faced a couple of 3rd and long. You were great on 3rd down, offensively last Friday night.
8 of 12.
Yeah, it was a 3rd and long. And Parker hits Javari, who had a kind of a breakout night for number 12.
Well, we've just missed him on 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Once a ball game, we've missed him on the deep ball. And finally was able to get it to him and connect with him. And we also had another big catch later on, in the ball game. But again, if they're going to take something away, then the other guys have to step up, and I think that's what those guys did.
Another 3rd and long on this drive, and then Parker hits Caleb Vaughn. This had Robert Lane just high-fiving everybody in there. He wanted that screen so bad, and then and a big play there.
Huge play, and Caleb just misses another one. I think he slipped over a blade of grass, to be honest with you, and that's what I told him. But he just barely missed, probably going the distance on another one, another screen that we threw, and executed the screen game really well. We had a couple of wrinkles in there on the screen game, I think, and that's, again, a credit to our coaches for being able to see what we needed to be able to do, and our players executing.
Taking advantage of that aggressiveness, aggressive Ruston defense. All right, a couple of plays later, this was a big play. Thomas.
This is just a lot of will here. Yeah, and I mean, he breaks 2 tackles, runs through 2 more guys, and then scores. And, it was
just tough running. His boxers there.
Yeah.
I missed back, and we can go back. I mean, it's 7-7 at this point. We missed Parker in the first one here for Thomas, who just kind of broke a couple of tackles and then turned it on.
Yeah, well,
that's what made it 7-7. I hated to miss that one.
Yeah, no doubt. And again,
couple of scores from your senior tight end.
I mean, again, if they're going to do what they did, then we got to make them pay.
Yeah, okay.
And then we were able to do that, and our coaches recognized what was going on, and they were kind of setting it up, playing cat and mouse over there in the boundary a bunch where Dumas was, and and they got us a couple of times on some pressures, and we got that corrected, and they weren't able to get there again. So, I mean, all in all, I think our players, did a fantastic job of, executing plays and recognizing things that were happening to them as well.
Yeah, a classy move by Ruston to honoring the Campbell family and the Braddock family there before that game. It was a kind of a special night. It was October the 18th.
That's right.
Thomas wearing 18. He had a big night. It was well-deserved, all the accolades, but a lot of stars were aligned for him that deal. And thanks again to Hunter Smith and his crew over there in Ruston for that recognition. All right, so talking about Thomas, here's another Robinson to Campbell connection. This one, a big third down play.
Yeah, and it was a really, really, really nice catch by Thomas here, and a good throw by Parker getting open and getting the ball off. And the guys got Thomas covered pretty good, and it took a pretty good touch pass to get it in there. And, Thomas caught it and, got the extra yards with it and, set us up again.
Well, and Ruston had, I believe, tied it up right there. I mean, goes out down and tied it up. Did I miss one here? Yeah, and they tied it up, and they kick off, and they've been kicking off short, and I don't know how anybody else. I noticed that the big guys weren't you had all your defensive backs.
We had all skill guys out there. I mean, it didn't matter where they were. We had, we even had our quarterback out there on front line, Brock, and so.
You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
they pop it up, and
that's what they do, and they kick it everywhere. And so we got the guys with the best hands on the field and put them out there, and Jayden just split them. I mean, you're running down in coverage. And that kicker wasn't catching him.
No.
But the thing about it was we had, again, coaches did a great job of getting the players on the field that we needed on the field for what they were doing, kicking the football. Mm-hmm. And how they were kicking it. And, they were pooching it here, pooching it there, onside kicking it, in every ball game. And so they tried a little bit of every one of them, and we made them pay. Jaden Reed probably I think he averaged 45 yards per return. He had 2 returns.
A couple of big ones.
He averaged 45 yards. And, one was 60, whatever that one was right there.
60 yards.
Yeah, something like that for a touchdown. So, again, putting the people in the right places and putting the right guys on the field. That can field the ball and make plays, and we were able to make them pay for that.
Well, your defense started stepping up, like you said. Ruston couldn't get anything going. Nothing came easy. Here's Connor Vinson and Juju teaming up for a big play. I think Connor had the pass breakup.
He did. And
that's against Hudson. That was the big tight end.
Big tight end, yeah. And we, like I said, there's a lot of people that could have gotten player of the game. Connor, again, had another great game. He was player of the week last week, and he had another outstanding game this week. So he could have just easily been the player of the game as well. And very pleased with the way he's playing and what he's doing at the linebacker position. We've moved him to both linebacker positions, and he knows both of them. And so it gives us some flexibility there about who to play with him in there. Dante's played better, and Kobe is just young, and so it gives us some flexibility in there to be able to, play those guys.
Well, you have another 3rd and long for the Tigers here, and this one Thomas Campbell finishes off his 100-plus yard night, and that one
that
flips the field for you.
It did, and obviously the key to that is it's very hard to cover that route, period. You really have to work it, and obviously our offense has done a great job with it over the course of the season. And we've hit several different people on it. We've hit Thomas. We've hit the back. We've hit the wide out. We've hit the crosser. And, we've hit all the people that are involved in the play. And so it makes it very difficult on the defense to be able to cover that route.
Ruston had taken a 21-20 lead because of the 2-point conversion after the deal.
Smart move on that head coach's part.
Maybe explain that a little bit. You had a penalty on there.
We had the penalty.
You missed
we had the penalty, and so moved the ball to the 1.5-yard line. And the play that we worked, if we don't motion the guy, then Thomas is wide open. We motioned the guy, and their DB didn't know what to do, and he was just standing there.
He just happened to be in
he
the right
just
spot.
happened to fall into the play. He's looking all around. The coaches are hollering at him. He's trying to run across. He just standing there. And so, I mean, you know, best laid plans of mice and men didn't work out too good. But, you know, and I thought about it, you know, when they went up 21-20, I said, oh, boy, that's great.
Yeah.
Good coaching, coach.
Well, the good thing is people are going to forget about that as we talk about this game.
No, they're not.
Well, you get back, you had that 3rd and long, and then Javari Lockhart with a huge catch to get you inside the 10 here. Well,
just what we were talking about. Here's Javari right here, and you know, we've missed him on a couple of balls over the course of the season. He's had a couple of drops there too as well, and finally in the ball game got him for. I think he got 3 big catches in that ball game as well, and that was one of them. That was a huge play right there, and you know, and gives us another first down, gives us, you know, on the plus end of the field in the red area, and you know, and then we got to make them pay for it.
Jaylon Nichols is going to punch it in here from 6 yards out, and just a nice tough run. He stretches the ball across the plane, and you retake the lead.
And the, you know, the thing about Jaylon is obviously it sat out 2 weeks in a row, and we had tried about every way to get him healthy as we could. So we tried a new way to do some things last week, and you know, he came out and practiced, and he said he felt pretty good, and you know, he said, Coach, I don't know if I can really cut. I said, well, here's what we need you to do. Be Jaylon. You know? And that's what he did. And he goes out there and he runs hard, and that's the way he runs. Runs with his pads down. And, you know, I mean, he still may not be able to cut just like he could. And we know he can't, right, you know, at that particular that particular game. But I think this week he'll be able to do whatever he wants to do.
We'll talk.
And, you're going to talk to him later on.
Later on in segment 3. Here on Tiger Talk.
But he had a huge run at the end of the game, too, that gave us the first down to seal the deal. I'm sure we're going to get to it.
We're going to get to it because Bearcats get the ball. You force a 3 and out.
Yeah.
And here's another play here on first down as Jaylon and Juju kind of come up, and a big hit right there.
Yeah, it was a big one. And, you know, it was a big play there. You know, and we needed to get them stopped.
3:15, 3:19, I believe, on the clock. You get them back there, and then they decide to punt it. Weston had all 3 timeouts.
Right. Yeah.
This is when you did the punt safe. Let's just get everybody
out
of there.
Way.
The punt rolls to the 2. To the 2. And you've got to put your 4-minute offense
That's right.
in there, your first
and
play.
And come off the goal line.
Yeah. First play, TJ takes it for a first down.
He popped it out of there and got us a first down right off the bat, which was huge, you know, just getting it off the goal line, getting it away from there, not giving them an opportunity. You know, if we had to punt, you know, we wouldn't have to punt out of the end zone. And, we wouldn't have to punt off the end line, let's say that, not the end zone, but off the end line. And so it just gave us some breathing room.
Yeah, and it gave you some breathing room. Ruston didn't take a timeout there, but then they kept taking – you needed – basically 2 more first downs with their timeouts.
That's what we had to do.
So you get one on a couple of plays, and then they're out of timeouts. You need a third down play. You need like 6-7 yards, and here's Jaylon. And watch this effort. I mean, that extra effort.
It was 3rd and 5, and you know, and that's what Jaylon's capable of doing. You know, and he's going to use his power because he does have power. And he's got great speed, and he's got good lateral quickness. And, you know, he made a big play for us when we needed it. And, you know, I couldn't have been more proud of our offense. I mean, it took 11 guys up there to get the play done. And, you know, the other guys are blocking for him. Tight ends, the wide outs, we're in bunch, and we're all tight in there. And, you know, and we got to, you know, everybody's got to do their job, you know. And then he finished it off with a great run. And, you know, and then that was, you know, ran the clock out.
Well, you run the clock out. You finish off that victory, 26-21. Tigers remain 2-0 in District 2-5A. And just an all-around great night, Friday night in high school football, especially here in Louisiana. And it doesn't get any easier, though, Coach.
No.
We've got the Ouachita Lions coming to Bill Ruppel Stadium this Friday. We'll talk about that in our final segment here on Tiger Talk. Now it's time for a break. When we come back, we will welcome in Coach Chad Johnson into the hot seat here on Tiger Talk. So we appreciate everybody who's come out here and watched this live and everybody that's watching or listening at home. This is Tiger Talk. We'll be back right after this.
Lily Joyce, Neville class of 2024. I drive a Nissan Rogue from Sparks. Go Tigers.
Vincent Ware, class of 2000, Sparks Nissan and Kia sales, Maxima driver. Go Tigers.
Kenya Dawson Bennett, Neville High School, class of 1993. I'm a proud Nissan Murano owner from Sparks Nissan. Go Tigers!
Our team knows the winning combination is always Neville Nation and Sparks Nissan Kia. Join the team today. Remember, hot deals start with Sparks.
You were an entrepreneur before you knew what an entrepreneur was. The boss of every stuffed animal in the toy box. The kid who had strategy and passion from day one. You ran a lemonade stand that actually turned a profit. Every day, Origin helps people like you who've always had the vision to see the full potential of any idea and make it happen. Connecting people to their dreams is our passion. Every great relationship has an origin story. Start yours today.
Whether you're dining in or grabbing to go, at Nukes, we love to share great food, to delight with new flavors, to celebrate every bite. Join us at Nukes Eatery.
Imagine a world filled with love, laughter, and happiness. At the Tarver Braddock Foundation, we believe in the power of kindness. Inspired by Tarver's joyful spirit, we spread smiles through random acts of kindness. Join us in making the world a brighter place. Visit TarverBraddockFoundation.org to learn more and make a difference today. The Tarver Braddock Foundation. Share a smile, spread the love, and thank you for your support.
At Jim Taylor Buick GMC, it's not about us, it's about you. We know getting the right ride can be tough, but that's what we're here for. That's why we are dedicated to finding you the right look, the right size, and the right feel, all at the right price.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter who you root for. What unites us is stronger than what divides us. Come experience what we're all about at Jim Taylor Buick GMC in Monroe.
In today's real estate market, you need an experienced team to navigate your buying and selling decisions. I'm Misty Hodge with Keller Williams Realty. Let my group use their combined 45 years. We know purchasing or selling a home can be a stressful experience, but not when you choose the Misty Hodge Group. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, give us a call. 318-348-5945 or go to mistyhodge.com. That's MISTIHAJJ.com. We support this community and go Tigers.
The only place you'll see some attorneys is on TV. But what about the grocery store or a local ball game? Or what about here, meeting you face to face? When you're hurt in a wreck in Northeast Louisiana, call Creed & Creed. Catherine and I and the attorneys at Creed & Creed live in and stand up for injured people in Northeast Louisiana. Trust local, call Creed & Creed today. We're proud to be your local injury attorneys. Remember, Creed & Creed is all you need.
I'm Dr. Scott Shelby with Family Solutions. When you hear the words Family Solutions, you may not know that we're a comprehensive, strength-based counseling and psychiatric clinic. Family Solutions provides psychiatric care, individual and couples therapy, child and adolescent counseling, psychological testing, medication management. We also provide occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy, and ABA therapy in one convenient location. For more information on how we can help your family today, visit FamilySolutionsCounseling.org.
St. Francis Health, official healthcare partner of the Neville Tigers.
For 20 years, I've treated the local community, as well as young to professional athletes, keeping them healthy and on the field. If you've ever thought about seeing a chiropractor, or had neck pain, low back pain, or headaches, call Shell Chiropractic. See if me and my team can help you.
I'm Dr. Bud Woodrow, and here at Shell Chiropractic, we offer non-invasive spinal decompression. If you or a loved one suffer from bulging herniated discs, spinal stenosis, or even sciatic symptoms, I encourage you to give our office a call here at Shell Chiropractic.
And we're back here, segment 2 here on Tiger Talk, and we're now joined, well, before I say who we're joined by, and this segment is presented by Shell Chiropractic, Doctors Gigi Grant and Brad Boudreaux. They're on 165 South in Monroe. All right. Chad Johnson joins us right here. Well, welcome to Tiger Talk, man. Good to have you.
Good to be here, man. Appreciate y'all.
You know, you always look forward to your annual visit to come talk to me.
Yeah, I love it. It's the best time of my life.
As we get through here. But you did get a chance to bring your family, and I do know or have heard there might be a little special shout-out you need to do.
Right my youngest son, Briggs, tomorrow's his birthday. He turns 8. So happy birthday, Briggs.
Happy birthday, Briggs. There we go. He looks excited that you shouted him out right there. But anyway, you know, you got a great family. They're all here in there, and I know you're really involved with them. They keep you pretty busy.
They do. My wife, Katie, first of all, couldn't do it without her.
One of the best photographers we got.
Yeah.
You know, you see our on Facebook and everything else. She's shooting a lot of sports, a lot of things at Neville, not just football.
She loves doing it, and her pictures are everywhere. Mm-hmm. My oldest Kinsley's a freshman now, and then Dax, he's the middle one in 6th grade, and Briggs is 8, and they all 3 play travel ball.
Yeah,
they're all involved in a lot of stuff. So I'm running ragged pretty much, but it's fun. Wouldn't trade it for anything. So
y'all are doing a great job. You got some great kids over there. Well, look, you kind of moved around a little bit since you've been at Neville and coached a lot of different things. But the last few years, you've been focused on that offensive line. This year primarily kind of on tight ends and the O line. Let's kind of talk about that. We were kind of joking in the in between, over the break where it seems like you've turned a lot of these guys into big-time football players.
No.
But I know you're not going to take the credit, but you've had the opportunity to coach some really talented Will Campbell, Lance Hurd, and now Will's little brother Thomas is emerging as a pretty big-time tight end.
Yeah, we joke about it, and I have been very fortunate, to coach some of those guys. I'm focused more on the tight ends this year, but still helping Coach Hunt with O-line. We work together. Tight ends and O-line work together on most everything we do. But, I've been very fortunate, and I don't take that for granted. I know I've coached some guys, and Thomas being the one, this year. I'm fortunate, and maybe I play a small part in it, but I don't take much credit at all. Those dudes are just dudes, and I get to be there with them, so that's fun.
Well, it keeps you on your toes, especially this season. And we've kind of asked everybody going in here coaching this year, as opposed to the last couple of years, just from the schedule standpoint. The schedules have been kind of front loaded, but we get to district, it was almost I hate to say it, but kind of coasting until the playoffs, and now it's never ending.
Yeah.
I mean, I think. Pineville was the only one we really got ahead of pretty big, but every other team, it could be anybody's ball game from the start of the season.
Yeah, it's a battle every week, and that's how we want it. Going to prepare us for the long run, and every week we got to go out and practice and cross all our T's and dot all our I's and make sure that we're on point with everything we do. Whereas you're right. Like in the past, sometimes you play a team just naturally. You kind of let off a little bit, and that don't do you any good for the year. Mm-hmm. So I think this schedule is definitely what we needed, and we've been fortunate to win all of them, and we've played some really good games. We've got 3 more left. So
you definitely got a few more left. You got a familiar foe in Ouachita coming to town, former Neville head coach Benji Lewis. So everybody knows that it's going to be a war every time Neville and Ouachita get together. All right, let's talk about everything else. There's some good things going. You're also coach softball at Neville, and there's some good things going on over there. I know you're excited to see that new hidden facility come to fruition.
Yeah, it's going to be really nice. The girls needed that. Your brother's played a big part in that and helping it get going, and the new facility is going to be set up with 5 cages and got a big storage shed to put stuff in on the outside, and covered. So it's something that the girls needed, and
they've needed for a long time.
Been needing it for a long time, and it's going to be really nice for them. So I'm excited.
It's going to be good to see that. I think Will was talking about just ordered some nets, or about to, and get that thing moving. That was something that was born a few years ago. I think Brett Braddock kind of led that deal, and now it's glad that it's going to be a huge addition for you guys on. Or the girls there on that softball team coming in there, and it's looking forward. Everybody that Neville softball. It's kind of like the prettiest park we have over there playing.
We've had a lot of people tell us that. It's beautiful the way it's all set up, and fun place to go watch a game, and fun place to coach. So, it's really nice.
It's going to be really nice. Okay, into coaching here at Neville. What kind of makes you come back year in and year out?
I think it's just being at Neville. I love it. That's why I came here 10 years ago, 11 years ago, because I want to be somewhere like that, and it's nothing like it. It's a grind. It's a lot. I stay busy, and I get tired sometimes, but I always want to come back and keep doing it because of the kids we got, and, the place we're at is pretty fine, neat place. Yeah. So that keeps me going. And my family supports me in everything I do. They push me, give me a push sometimes, and get me going, and my wife especially. So, but it's like no other place. You're lucky to be here, and you're gonna fight and do whatever it is to keep going.
Well, both of my sons have been coached by you. You're always good. Everybody looks forward to that pool party there before the season is over there. You always are always a gracious host for those guys, and we appreciate everything you do and all the hard work. It doesn't go unnoticed.
I appreciate it. Thank y'all.
Chad Johnson, everybody, as we move on to segment 3, we've got a few players that we're going to have to change out a few seats for, so stay tuned for that. We'll be back with more Tiger Talk right after this.
For over 140 years, football has been America's favorite pastime. Jim Taylor Buick GMC understands the importance of keeping traditions alive. Cheers may change, mascots may change, rivalries may change, but one thing remains the same. The best seat at the game will always be the tailgate of a vehicle from Jim Taylor.
Come experience what we're all about at Jim Taylor Buick GMC in Monroe.
Call David's Mobile Detail and Power Wash for all your detailing and power washing needs and soft washing capabilities, too. They detail cars, trucks, ATVs, UTVs, boats, and even planes. They offer commercial and residential hot water power washing on nearly all surfaces, including concrete, wood, and stucco. Give them a call, 547-3233, or visit them online at davidsmobiledetail.com, or stop by 2501 Washington Street in Monroe. David's Mobile Detail and Wash, proud supporter of Neville Tiger football.
Everyone deserves a beautiful smile, and at Caples & Robinson Orthodontics, we're here to help you achieve just that. Dr. Caples and Dr. Robinson have over 50 years of combined education and experience and use advanced modern technology to provide high-quality care for all of our patients. We prioritize outstanding customer service and work hard to make every patient feel comfortable and confident in their treatment. Whether you're a child, a teenager, or an adult, we've got you covered. So why wait? Call us today to schedule your appointment and start your journey towards a beautiful, confident smile with Caples & Robinson Orthodontics.
Imagine a world filled with love, laughter, and happiness. At the Tarver Braddock Foundation, we believe in the power of kindness. Inspired by Tarver's joyful spirit, we spread smiles through random acts of kindness. Join us in making the world a brighter place. Visit TarverBraddockFoundation.org to learn more and make a difference today. The Tarver Braddock Foundation. Share a smile, spread the love, and thank you for your support.
Mama DeLuca's pizzas are custom made, fresh to order right in front of you. We offer 3 different sizes of pizzas, 9, 12, or 14. Mama DeLuca's pizza is prepared to your order. The pizza cooks in less than 3 minutes. We have 16 different toppings to choose from, 8 unique sauces to complete your pizza. In addition to pizzas, we offer to our customers boneless wings with your choice of a dipping sauce. Mama DeLuca's Pizza offers delicious garlic Parmesan breadstick, freshly made to order pasta bowls. We're Mama DeLuca's Pizza in the Subway on Lammy Lane, and we hope to see you soon.
Hey Tiger fans, craving something delicious?
Swing by the Sonic Drive-In on North 18th Street in Monroe for the ultimate drive-in experience. From classic burgers and crispy tots to slushes and frozen treats, we've got it all. And here's the best part. We're proud to support Neville High School athletics. Whether you're fueling up after the big game or cheering on our Tigers, Sonic is your go-to spot for great food and community spirit. Come see us today, where every order supports our local champions.
Catherine Joyce, Neville High School class of 1998, Sparks customer. Go Tigers!
Amaya Dawson, Neville High School class of 2019, owner of a Nissan Sentra from Sparks Nissan. Go Tigers!
Will Shelby, class of 97, Sparks GM, Titan driver. Go Tigers!
Our team knows the winning combination is always Neville Nation and Sparks Nissan Kia. Join the team today. Remember, hot deals start with Sparks.
Do you suffer from frequent back or neck pain? Were you in an accident and can't get rid of those constant aches? Maybe you're someone who deals with chronic migraines and tension headaches. It might be time to see how Martinez Chiropractic can help you. The goal of Martinez Chiropractic is to reduce or eliminate pain in just a few sessions using the latest in chiropractic technology. Don't suffer in pain another day. Call Martinez Chiropractic today at 318-654-4310 or see them in person, 1828 Tower Drive in Monroe.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Hi, welcome back, everybody, as we've reached segment 3, and we had to kind of widen out the shot here. We got 4 big guys here in joining us here on Tiger Talk. We'll start with on my far left right there. We got senior offensive lineman Orlando Ross. What's going on?
I'm doing good.
Doing good. We got senior quarterback Brock Jordan next to him.
I'm doing good, too.
Senior defensive lineman Jayson Parker is next. Bring that a little bit closer to your mouth there. There you go, right there. And then senior running back Jaylon Nichols. Everybody, players, everybody, welcome them in to Melvin's restaurant here. All right. We'd like to remind you here, this segment is brought to you by our good friends over there in West Monroe at Walk-On's Bistro and Small Sliders. We appreciate their sponsorship of Tiger Talk. Okay, guys, big win last Friday. You know, it was a big win. I'll start with you, Orlando. I mean, what does a win like that say about this Tiger football team? Big crowd and everything.
So I already knew we were going to beat them after the Jamboree, and going into the game, after the last few weeks, I did kind of build up some nerves over how, like, our scoring did decrease, but in the end, came up with a win, and
you get that, you get that win 26-21. Brock, same deal. I mean, I talked to Coach Collins. You were on kind of the kickoff team there. It's almost you had like a pseudo hands team throughout the whole night. That was a little different, huh?
Yes, sir. I like being out there on the hands and kickoff return.
And Jayson, you know, same deal. I mean, y'all saw Ruston earlier on in that Jamboree. It's not the first time you guys have played them, but I mean, coming in against maybe one of the biggest offensive lines in the state, played pretty well. Hold on just a second. This is on me. Here, I got it. All right, answer that again.
Well, I'll say, like, we worked hard for it. You know, we've been putting in work all week, and we've been leading up to this moment, so we were able to, you know, dominate them and win.
Yeah, and it definitely came out there. Jaylon, another big night. I know you've been a little banged up right here, but it was good to get back there on the field, and a couple of big carries in that Ruston game.
Yes, well, it just feels good to be out there, you know. It really ain't nothing to it.
Just get out there and go.
And just get out there and go. Well, I mean, you got some big guys up front that have helped you out over the course of this last couple of years.
Oh, yeah.
And but it's a big play there to kind of cinch it at the end, touchdown to kind of retake the lead.
Yes,
And like Coach Collins said, it might have been the most complete game that you guys played, front to back. I mean, from special teams, offense, and defense last week.
Oh yeah, we was going on everything. We just couldn't let up. That's all.
Y'all didn't let up until that final whistle blew. Jayson, I mean, kind of broke out this year at on the defensive side of the football. I mean, you were a tight end a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember those days.
Yeah.
And so talk about that development and getting in and what's kind of spurred you on to some success this year on the defensive front.
Well, I definitely say, like, the work I put in outside of the workouts that Neville has given us. I've been, like, running every day, lifting every day, just getting my body right and be able to develop to the defensive line I am now. So I'm glad where I'm at right now. So
doing good. Brock, senior year, quarterback, has had some success there at that position, as well as doing a lot of special teams work. Definitely the holder right there. Big baseball player too. I know baseball season is coming up as well. But let's just talk about that. Your role this year and being able to embrace it and what you've carried into this year.
Yes, sir. I like getting out there any way that I can. Like, whether holding field goals or getting out there on kick return, it don't matter.
Yeah, well, I mean, and that's the point. Everybody's got a role to play on this team, and you're going to be doing that. All right, Orlando, what's your favorite thing about this season up to this point?
Well, obviously the fact that we're still undefeated and just the fact that we're on such a talented football team and we all practice and work so hard to be where we're at.
Well, it's the grind. We talk about a grind of a season, and you guys have definitely been grinding it out since the spring, and it's all culminated, at least to this point, being unblemished 7 wins, no losses. Okay, I'm going to start with you. We're coming back this way, Orlando. Like, in your time at Neville High School, what's kind of one of your favorite memories to this point?
One of my favorite memories I've made at the school so far is actually spending one of my Christmas breaks at my coach's house and just meeting up with other O-linemen and just enjoying our time there.
Yep. Cool. Brock, same question, man.
My favorite memory is probably, I don't know, it might be last Friday because our class has never beat Ruston. And so that was really the first time.
Yeah. And Jayson, same question, man.
Oh, I say, last Friday. It's good to see a smile on Coach Collins' face when we win, and I'm glad we're 7-0.
It doesn't happen too often.
Yeah, it doesn't.
At least during the season.
At practice season.
Well, all right, Jaylon, how about you, man, to this point? What you looking for?
I got a couple on, but I would say my favorite.
You can get 2.
I say one of my favorites is when I got in Warren Easton game, my freshman year. I had a big run,
Mm-hmm.
And another one is probably being Ruston.
Being Ruston. I mean, you talk about a complete team win, and it makes things makes everybody feel the same way, because everybody contributed in one way or the other, and those things are hard to beat. Well, guys, we appreciate all your hard work to this point. I know everybody's putting it in. Coach Collins and the rest of the coaching staff demand a lot out of you guys, and it's paying off to this point. Big game this Friday. Doesn't get any easier. Ouachita coming to town, or coming to Bill Rupel. So it's always a fun time. A lot of familiar faces on that side of the sidelines this Friday, so we're looking forward to that one. But thank all y'all for taking a little time out of y'all's busy schedule and joining us here on Tiger Talk.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. How about another round of applause for these young men for coming out here and doing a good job on this interview. When we come back, we will put Coach Collins back in the hot seat. We're going to talk about those Ouachita Lions, a sneaky good 3-3 record coming in here. We'll tell you more about that when we return here on Tiger Talk. We appreciate everybody who's watching and listening.
We know you. You were the kid in the garage taking everything apart just to see how it worked. The teenager who stayed up late brainstorming and put it all in a business plan. You knew how to build a great team and then lead it. Origin helps entrepreneurs like you every day, from the corner of the garage to the corner office. Connecting people to their dreams is our passion. Every great relationship has an origin story. Start yours today.
At Jim Taylor Buick GMC, it's not about us, it's about you. We know getting the right ride can be tough, but that's what we're here for. That's why we are dedicated to finding you the right look, the right size, and the right feel, all at the right price.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter who you root for. What unites us is stronger than what divides us. Come experience what we're all about at Jim Taylor Buick GMC in Monroe.
Tiger fans, come visit Subway Steve, Connie, and Adam at the locally owned Subway and Mama DeLuca's Pizza at the corner of Tower and Lammy Lane in Monroe. Whether you're in the mood for a fresh made-to-order sub or a hot, delicious slice of pizza, we've got something for everyone. And we're not just about great food, we're proud supporters of Neville High School athletics. So whether you're grabbing lunch or celebrating a Tiger victory, stop by Subway and Mama DeLuca's and tell them that the Neville Tiger Network sent you.
At Nukes, we believe in giving you extra. Extra flavor to satisfy your cravings. Extra choices so you can personalize your meal. Extra quality by offering premium protein such as all-natural chicken, shrimp, steak, and Atlantic salmon. Extra service that will make you feel right at home. We love sharing our family recipes with our guests, and that's why at Nukes, we give you extra with every bite.
Are you trying to sell your home and need it freshly painted? Maybe you're tired of the same old colors in the interior of your home and want to update the look. We have the right company for you. Andre Benjamin Painting. With more than 20 years of experience, they're state licensed, bonded, and insured. Whether you're looking to paint a home or a business, they can do it all because no job is too large or too small. Call 318-680-0703 for all your painting needs.
Sleepy Hollow Furniture and the Falk family proudly support our Neville Tigers. Just like the wide variety of athletics and academics Neville excels in, Sleepy Hollow offers your premium mattresses and adjustable bases, every kind of home furniture, and just in time for your favorite season, quality in-stock patio furniture ready for the big game. Come shop your Neville Tiger family at Sleepy Hollow Furniture.
When you choose St. Francis Health, you get easy online scheduling, video visits, and the amazing convenience of MyChart. With MyChart, you can make appointments, refill prescriptions, view your medical records, and even message your doctor with a quick question. At St. Francis Health, we've made healthcare more convenient than ever.
At Marion State Bank, we're committed to the growth of our community, starting with education. From elementary to high school and beyond, we invest in the growth of our students. Because strong roots begin with empowered minds, from local classrooms to high school athletics, and supporting college dreams. Marion State Bank, rooted in education and local athletics. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The only place you'll see some attorneys is on TV. But what about the grocery store or a local ball game? Or what about here, meeting you face to face? When you're hurt in a wreck in Northeast Louisiana, call Creed & Creed. Catherine and I and the attorneys at Creed & Creed live in and stand up for injured people in Northeast Louisiana. Trust local, call Creed & Creed today. We're proud to be your local injury attorneys. Remember, Creed & Creed is all you need.
All right, we've made it to our final segment here on Tiger Talk. As always, thanks to Melvyn and Diane McCoy for hosting us each and every Wednesday night. And you got to come out and share it with us here at 6:30 during football season. This segment brought to you by our good friends at the Carpenter Health Network. That's St. Joseph Hospice and Stat Home Health, Shannon Newton and her crew. We appreciate her support of Neville Tiger football. All right, Coach. Out of the frying pan into the fire, and this is we got Ouachita this week. Always a big game on Forsyth Avenue, and it keeps getting bigger. There's a lot of storylines out there. Benji Lewis, former coach, over there is the head coach. We're coming in here. You've got no shortage of talent. This is a team that had to get kind of going. They stumbled out of the gates, but rattled off 3 straight wins against some good football teams. And then the last 2 weeks, though they come up short, they lost to Ruston by 1, West Monroe by 2.
Right.
And it's a team that's starting to put some things together, and it's got to be maybe a scary proposition for you as they're just they're wanting to take that next step.
Well, I mean, the biggest thing is besides being Ouachita, the most important thing is us, and how we approach it as a football team. And, I think it's the most important thing for us to do is do what we do. And we went out and practiced this week. We went Sunday. We got the game behind us from the Ruston game, and we started on Ouachita. And to me, that's where it begins. How are we going to practice? How are we going to practice every day? How are we going to do this? How are we going to do that? And, how are we going to figure out a way to be successful? And, it's not going to take anything but your very, very best effort, because every team we play in our district is good. Period. I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's proof is in the pudding. Everybody sees it every week, and every time we line up and play, we got a chance to win, and we got a chance to get our tail beat. And if we're not prepared and we're not ready to go, then it'll be a sad day for the Tigers.
Well,
but hopefully our football team has enough maturity, which I think we do. We've done a really good job of showing that already this year. And, and I don't see any reason why they would underestimate any football team that had just played when we just got through playing Ruston, and they'd seen what happened with the Ouachita-Ruston game, and then they saw what happened in the West Monroe Ouachita game. So, as far as our team being ready, I think we will be. We've had a really, really nice 3 days of practice, to be honest with you, and had quite a bit of enthusiasm out there. Which is, this time of year, you got to have it, and I think a lot of it is the fact that, we can kind of see what's taking place here, and that we are a good football team. But, good football teams, Coach Herndon put on the board, we're not Commodores. We didn't want to be, we didn't want to be Alabama and go to Vanderbilt and get beat.
Yeah.
And I mean,
it's
a good way of putting
analogy.
it. Yeah, it's a good way to put it, and so
you can't be fooled by their record. It's the prime definition of a trap game.
Yeah,
you're coming off an emotional high game, a big time win in front of a big time crowd, and then you look up and you see Ouachita, and you might not have remembered that. I mean, even though they're 3-3, but what they've done over the past 5 weeks
and who they
played.
Well, I mean, they got beat by a Captain Shreve team that's hadn't lost a game. I think they've lost 1 game.
Yeah.
And scored an enormous amount of points in all their games. So their tailback is just a tremendous player, Captain Shreves is. And so, if you're judging it off that game, I mean, that's like a 25-23 game or 27-25 game. I don't remember exactly what it was, but close in the ballpark there. And, if you're judging it off that, they both, are good football teams. And, so, I mean, we're going to have our A game with us. We're going to have to be locked in, and look, there's one thing about it. That N on our helmet stands for something, and it stands for the tradition that is being a Neville football player. And it's all the players that have come before you, all the players that are going to come after you. that the N represents, and that all the accolades that go along with that have come from state champions, and you haven't done your part yet. So to speak, your story hadn't been written, and so if we want to be in the storybook with the rest of them, then we got to continue to. This is the kind of ball games you got to go win, and this is the kind of ball games you got to love to play in.
Yeah,
and it's not. I'm not downgrading Grant and all that business that the district that we were in, but it ain't that district.
Yeah,
it's District 2-5A, and they got good football teams in it.
And like we mentioned a few times, hadn't been in District 2-5A since 2001, but we've played Ouachita, West Monroe, Ruston. Correct. Over the years, Ouachita and Ruston being the mainstays of the old ones from 2-5A that we've played every year since then, and a familiar foe nonetheless. Two of the best maybe defensive tackles in the state, that you have. Some big guys up front, and then conversely on the offensive side of the football, you got Montrell Connor Jr. as well as Dade, who come over from St. Fred's and are back. Montrell's dad scored the winning touchdown in 2006 in a shootout game between the Tigers and the Lions. So a lot of history on that side. You got players that know each other.
Right.
And
I think,
see that.
I think that's the thing too. Is we won't lack for knowing our opponent.
Yeah.
And I mean, Wardell Clark is an outstanding receiver, and he's just made tons of plays in the special teams, receiving, reverses. They get him the ball all kinds of different ways, and so they're going to be hard to handle offensively. You don't have to block very long to get those guys loose. And Connor has just done a really, really good job of eluding rushers and getting the ball down the field or running himself. Yeah. And then obviously Dade takes the first run of the ball game against West Monroe for the house for about 70-something yards, right off the bat. And he did the very same thing against Arlington, and every time I flip on the film, he's doing it. So, we'll have to do a great job of containing both of those guys and then being able to cover up and figure out how we're going to stop Wardell Clark, and then we got to figure out a way to block the two big defensive tackles. And they create problems just because, if do you double the guy? Do you single? Can you block him? Can you block back on him? How do you do it? And what plays are going to be successful with those two guys, and how are we going to have to block it to be able to move the football? But again, it's a great challenge. Why wouldn't you want to play in this game if you're a high school football player and play the very best of your ability? Again, it sets up for a great matchup with two great football teams in our area and in the state, period, us and Ouachita.
Well, it's going to be a great one. Get your tickets. The ticket booth will be open on tomorrow morning after the pep rally. Pep rally's on Thursday. Right. Kids are out of school Friday. And then they'll also be open as well on Friday. So check our social media. We'll let you know what times. Good luck this Friday,
thanks,
Coach.
Stewart. Appreciate it.
Thanks, as always, for joining us here at Melvin's for Tiger Talk. Players of the game from last week. Before we get out of here, where are they? There
they are.
There we go. Thomas Campbell, Jaden Reed on special teams, and Brody Watley is your defensive player of the game. We'd like to thank everybody at Origin Bank for their sponsorship of that award.
Right.
Well, Coach, once again, good luck. We appreciate you for your time, and we appreciate everybody for coming out and joining us each and every Wednesday night, especially here tonight. Tigers take on the Lions. We'll have it for you on the network, but come out and watch this one in person on Friday night. We hope to see you there. Thanks for watching, everybody.